Let's talk about Sunday Night Football. Packers took a big win over the Steelers, and now it kind of feels like those two teams are trending in different directions. We'll start with the Packers. They've played really well all season. I mean, they kind of flown under the radar, especially between us and especially Jordan Love.
And I think for the Packers, it was like a consistent offense, and that's what they're settling on now. Jordan Love had 20 straight completions, and I think it's just kind of that slow burn process that has made the Packers good, and I think it's probably going to legitimize them this year. They're nothing flashy, and I think they finally have to settle with not being a flashy team.
And I think the reason that is because they found their number one wide receiver. How many times have you heard, man, it's just a bunch of wide receiver twos on that team? Romeo Doubs, Matthew Golden, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks, Savion Williams, Jaden Reed, the list goes on. You know who that number one guy is? It's Tucker Kraft, their tight end. 7 catches, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's the guy that they're going to look at now. Obviously, a lot of that was a yak, but he took the command in that offense. When you have a guy like Josh Jacobs and you just pretty much don't use him outside of that, goal line touchdown because you don't need him, that's a really good thing. Like you mentioned, 20 straight completions. They have their number one guy now. That takes kind of the pressure off of those young, not super, established receivers. And this offense is only going to get better as they mature, as they go on later into the season.
I think one of the big differences, though, is adding Christian Watson.
Yeah.
He adds the vertical threat to that receiving core where they don't have it with Golden, they don't have it with Dobbs, they don't have it with anybody else, or Wicks, or anybody else they have in that receiving core. I think Watson adding that vertical threat, and he's been injured so many times in his whole career, but if he actually stays healthy, and the Packers just had maybe their best offensive performance outside of maybe the Cowboys game where they tied up 40-40, that's a team that could be better, especially with Christian Watson in the lineup. And like you said, Tucker Kraft having maybe the best tight end year in all football.